Alright, Shalom, Michael. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that sees his word in our true faith and sincerity. And yeah, pretty much I want to tie this lesson. You found out Creepy Joe is your enemy, man. You know, because you got to understand this man got the same uniform as the same ones that oppress you, man. You know, this is the same devil that pretty much castrated you, hung you, fed your baby to alligators, and pretty much, you know, beat your ass and treated you like shit, man. This is the same man, you know, and just for you people, you simple Christians say there's always good people and bad people in every nation. Well, it's not concerning these Edomites. Matter of fact, let's get that. This is Psalm 14:3. It said they are all going aside. They are all together become filthy. There is none that do a good, no, not one. See, and this is concerning these Edomites, man. They're not. It said they are all going aside. Meaning, where these people are crooked, man. That's why they're known as that crooked serpent in Isaiah the 27th chapter, man. Because these devils are not straightforward. They're not going to just come out with it and tell you their agenda. Just now you can add just a simple American, who runs the planet Earth, and they can't tell you, man. Not knowing it's a so-called white man starting with these elite bankers, and that just further proves that they're not, what they're doing behind the scenes is not right, because it's not made known who's the rulers. But as a nation as a whole, the nation of Edom as a whole, there's none that do a good, no, not one. So pretty much voting Biden in, office that wasn't your choice anyway. But the point is what? This man is still your enemy, man. He is still your enemy, and guess what? Jake gonna have to find out the hard way. Just like how pretty much they had a petition to go back into Egypt. Well, the Lord, in this time, he's gonna give these niggas their heart desire, man. He gonna keep them in Egypt, They wanted to choose. They wanted Pharaoh over the Lord. Well, guess what? He gonna give them Pharaoh, man. And they're gonna have to learn the hard way that this man wasn't formed from the beginning. So matter of fact, because it said Creeper Joe, man, you gonna find out that this nigga is the tyrant. He's worse than Trump, man. So this is Sirach 12, and Sirach 12 and 10. It said, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. See, never trust thy enemy. See, meaning what? Matter of fact, let's go into the enemies of the nation of Israel. Let's go into the enemies of the nation of Israel, man. This is the book of Psalm 83. Psalms 83. And 2, it said, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and that they hate thee have lifted up the head. See, so who are the enemies of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Because you're an enemy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that means you're an enemy of the nation of Israel, man. It says they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. See? And that's what these enemies do, which our enemies is these other nations, man. But is always, we got an arch enemy that pretty much spearhead, the throwing down of our people, man, which is the nation of Edom, so-called white man, which we're gonna read, man. It says they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, and that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. But even in this saying right here, it had to be a nation to spark that conversation, man. It wasn't just like they all said it at the same time. It had to be a nation to spark that conversation. It had to be a nation to spearhead that thought, within these other nations, man. And who is that? The so-called white man, the nation of Edom, man. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent, see? So he threw that ideal out there, you know. And guess what? These other nations agreed, you know. It says they are all confederate against thee. Now let's see who's on the top of the list. The tabernacles of Edom. See? Because that's our arch enemy, man. You know? And Jake gonna realize that they're gonna have to find out the hard way, man. You know? That the so-called white man is our enemy, man. And these other nations as well. You know? See, they're gonna have to find out the hard way. That's why the scripture says he's gonna declare his wickedness. That's how you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out that it was always a sinister plan about everything this man do, even if it perceived to be helpful. You know, it was all in an effort to overthrow you, man. You know, but it said the tabernacles of Edom, man. So that's the first on the list. Those are the ones that pretty much spearhead our downfall, man. You know, so we go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and 10. It said, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." See, and they let you know that this man has become more of a devil. He's more of a devil than he ever been in this time, man. You know, because as time goes on with rust, it gets worse. See, back then, at least you knew the so-called white man hated you. You know, back in these 50s and 40s, back in those times when they were more blatant with their hatred, they could actually kick in your door and hang you, or burn a cross in your yard, man. You know, but now we're in a time where you think that this man is for you, man. You pretty much you think that this man is actually, here to help you, man. Not knowing it's a sinister plan behind, you know, his methods, man. Matter of fact, what's that? I think that's Sirach 14, I believe. Yeah, this Sirach 14 and something. It said, and if he do it good, he do it unwillingly. See, he's not doing anything out of the kindness of his heart, man. Just you got to consider, out of all these times when Jake had to, we dealt with these different curses, these plagues that the Lord has set forth upon us, and he did it through Esau, the eagle, which is that curse, that bring forth the curses. You had this AIDS pandemic. Jake was dealing with drugs. Just pretty much everything to keep us in front of derision. And this man, he didn't even look towards our way, man. It tells you that don't turn your face when during for the needy, and that's what this man have done. But now in this time we in crunch time. We in the last few seconds of this game that this man have to win, and out of the kindness of his heart, he want so-called Negro, Latinos, and natives to take the vaccine first, man. He ain't doing that out of the kindness, or he doing it unwillingly, man. Meaning what is not out of to help you. It's not for you to profit. It's for him to profit because there's a sinister plan behind it. It said if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. See, meaning what at the end of the day you gonna find out this man hates you. You gonna find out the so-called white man is your enemy, man. And that's what's gonna happen, man. Right now he hiding his face, man. Right now he's hiding his face. You don't see the horns of this man right now. But it's gonna be a point of time when that crunch time happen. You're gonna realize that this devil is your enemy. Matter of fact, let's see. I think it's Sirach 19. Let's see. Bear with me. Yeah, this is Sirach 19 and 28, and it said, and if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, see, and that's what he have done, and how he was hindered from sinning back in the pretty much the 60s, the 70s. These devils kind of died down. I ain't gonna say died down their hatred. They hid their hatred. It wasn't less more. It wasn't more. It wasn't hangings was not a common. It was not the norm in those times. Just now, like now, it seemed like it's foreign. Like people still hanging, which they still doing it, but he's hindered from that. He was hindered from showing his hatred for you Negro, Latinos, and natives, man. Why? Because it was in want of power, man. You know, because if he would have still, he would continue doing the same things that he was doing back then. Jake wouldn't lean on this man for, you know, these different welfare, you know, different benefits, man. You know, you filling out an application. Jake wouldn't be doing these things if this man was still hanging you and castrating you. Like I said, burning crosses in your yard. You know, goddamn sicking dolls on you. You know, hitting you with these hose pipes and shit like that, man. But he had to be hindered for that. Why? Because of want of power. Meaning what? To keep you in further derision. Because because Jake, man, we the nation of Israel. You know, the world was made for our sakes. So it wasn't like, you know, the Lord smite us and we second in command of all the nations. No, either we're gonna be on the top or on the bottom, man. So he did this so we could stay on the bottom. You know, it says, yet when he find of opportunity, he will do evil, and we in that opportunity, man. And, you know, just by this these so-called elections, you know, it pretty much made manifest that Jake, pretty much 2/3 of our people is all in with Esau, man. You know, they fully committed to this devil, man. But guess what? And that's the opportunity that we're in. They now it's being made manifest. 2/3 of our people is fully committed with this devil, and now we're in a time where he's gonna do evil, man. You know. So matter of fact, let's go back to Sirach 14. It says, and if he do it good, he doeth it unwillingly. See, and at the last, he would declare his wickedness. See, we're going to see is a more sinister plan behind this devil and why he want to so-called help you all of a sudden, man. Why he's for you, for the people. Because when they say that, they talking about Jake, man. You know, they so-called for the people, but you're gonna see at the end of the day that this man is your enemy, that he hates you, man, and then his wickedness is going to be declared. See, Jake is about to find out the hard way that the so-called white man is our enemy, man. And like I said, Creepy Joe, you're gonna Creepy Joe, and this the face. Even though he's not the one that's really calling the shots, but he's the face he's the spokesman for the shadow government, man. You know, just a puppet. I think the president means a first servant. So this nigga is the mouthpiece of these elites, and it's gonna be through him you're gonna see that these devils always hated you, man. You know. So it says, let's go back to Sirach 12. You know, and who else these scriptures could be talking about? This is not talking about the so-called East Indians, Elam, the damn Hamites, you know, Jaffa. You know, Jaffa is not even damn, you know, mentioned, you know, within these different prophetic scriptures, man. You know, they're not relevant when it comes down to end time prophecy. So it lets you know it's not talking about Jaffa, this talking about Esau, the so-called white man. You know? So this is Rock 12 and 10 said, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. See? And that's why you gotta watch this man. When it said he humbled himself and go crouching, you know, that's when you gotta watch this man, because that's how a lion looks when he about to pounce on you, man. You know, matter of fact, I think that's Psalm the 10th chapter. Because a lion might look like he's humbling himself, but the motherfucking hind legs is ready to, you know, spring forth upon you, man. Let's see, yeah, this is this is Psalms 10, and you know why I started something. It said his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And yeah, and that's what you see, man. You know, they trying to pretty much on this whole pretty much this presidential debate, and you know with the pretty much that campaign was geared toward, you know, helping Jake out pretty much, even on both sides, even with Trump, man. You know, this nigga came up with the platinum plan, which, you know, Trump came with the platinum plan. He had these different celebrities. The Jake really Jake celebrities to back him, you know. And that's what it was all about, the so-called black vote, the minority vote, you know. Why? Because it was set up for Jake to be caught up in this madness, man. You know, it says he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and what's the villages? The lowlands. But that's our people, man. That's where we dwell. We dwell in the villages, man. You know, even it's damn a project called Loveland Village, man. This is what Jake actually stayed. These different projects and apartments, pretty much these different areas where there's not a lot of money coming through. You know, that's where our people reside. But it says he's lurking there. That's a predator for you, man. You know, and this not like this is something new, man. This has always been the case with our people, man. You know, it says no matter whoever you fucking voted in, you know, it says he sitting in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murdered the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. See, in the secret place meaning they need different counsels, secret counsels, man. You know, it said, do they murder the innocent? And meaning what? Every move they make is pretty much set forth to keep us and oppressed, man. Tells you that you know, he speak loftily concerning oppression, man. How is that being done? The first step is that the first step is when they play it out during the secret means, you know. And then it actually happened during these laws and legislation, all the way down to the police shooting you down, man. You know, it says his eyes are privily set against the poor, and that's pretty much the main target because we are pretty much Jake is pretty much the last obstacle in Esau's way before implementing this new world order, man. Because it all, like I said, it go all the way back to the birthright, man. It's all about rulership. You know, it said he live and wait secretly as a lion in his den. He live and wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he drive them into his net, and that net is talking about America. And they have, and 2/3 of our people have been caught. Because as you can see, it was made manifest when Biden won that Jake was all in with it, man. You know? It said he croucheth and humbled himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. See? So even though he's crouching, it seems like he's humble, not knowing that guess what? He's finna pounce on you, man. And that's the next step in this devil's plan. This nigga's about to come down with great wrath, man. And Joe Biden looks like the tyrant. He looked like goddamn a tyrant, man. You know? He ain't crazy Joe for nothing. He ain't creepy Joe for nothing, man. You better see the craziness and creepiness of this man. You know? But the point is, what you're gonna find out that this man is your enemy, man. Cause you pretty much you had a petition, you know, to go back into Egypt. Well, the Lord gonna give you your heart's desire in that day. And you're gonna realize that this man is your enemy. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to Sirach 12 and end off on this. This Sirach 12. And you know, you got Jake wearing masks and shit. You know, this money about to crash America is pretty much done with, man. But you got Jake still, you know, out of all the time, you know, like I said, back in Egypt, you seen all these plagues brought forth upon Egypt, and they couldn't do nothing about it. You know, they couldn't stop them locusts, you know, from taking out those crops. You know, they couldn't stop, you know, the water. They couldn't purify that water when it was turned into blood. They couldn't. It wasn't even no light to shine when the Lord brought forth that darkness. You know, Pharaoh and his army couldn't do nothing when the Lord brought them waters crashing down upon them, man. You know, Jake witnessed all those things, man. You know, and they still wanted to go back to this goddamn place, man. But guess what? In that time, he's gonna give you a hard design. You're gonna realize that this nigga hates you, man. You know. So this is Sirach 12 and 17. Well, I started at 16. It says an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw you into a pit. And yeah, and Jake always gravitate to the damn so-called Democratic Party because those are the ones that butter up Jake. But those are the ones that put the most hell on Jake, man. You know, when this nigga Obama was in office, man, you know, he didn't do nothing but sign bills. Even though Obama was no Jake anyway, that was a damn Hamite. But the point is, this nigga signed laws and legislations pretty much when that time come, you know, to take all your freedom away. You know, for them, it's gonna be, you know, pretty much is in law for these military to kick in your door and throw you into a concentration camp. You know, to take all your resources. You know, and seize all your goods, man. This what this nigga Obama did in office. If you ask a Jake, you know what he have done for you. This nigga ain't had, and only thing he have done was gave, you know, these homos rights. Jake they ain't getting none out the deal. These damn homos got something out the deal before they did. You know, but it said enemy speaking sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined him how to throw thee into a pit. He would weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he would not be satisfied with blood. And we in that time, man. We in that time. And who the blood? Who the blood that this devil really want? The children of Israel, man. It said, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. See why? Because he is the curse that bring forth the curses, man. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. Meaning what? He's gonna pretty much he's running circles around you, man. He's spin good game to you, but the nigga really running circles around you. Now you reduce to taking the chip. You know, it says he would shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much. See, going back to them secret councils, it said and change his countenance. Meaning what? You're gonna see that this man is a devil that the Bible speaks of, and that he was never with you from the jump. You know. And it's gonna be made manifest, man, when this man opened his mouth. Cause see, he spake as a dragon. When he opened his mouth, and these different laws and legislation come down, well, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. You know, then you're gonna see then that this man was never for you, man. So yeah, I just hold to edify and give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the positive elders, great millstone, Shalom, to the elect that teach word and our true faith and sincerity. DTA, Abba Ball.